Welcome back to episode 330 of the Bad Taste Video Podcast. I'm Mike. I'm here with my man Grizz, and we're ready to karate chop a motherfucking hole into somebody. But first, let's hit that intro. Fatal.
You know how hard it was not to laugh during that silence.
It's just fucking silent. What the hell's with that? What is up, chat? We are here for Fatal Deviation, a movie that we had no idea had a following. Apparently it's got a pretty big underground following. Fuck us. I am absolutely shocked. Grizz is not an action movie guy, right? Not an action guy. Well,
yeah.
generally.
Okay, I think general mainstream action movies are not my thing. You know, I wouldn't be that typical action movie guy.
Not a fan of Deadly Prey?
No. I like Predator.
Okay.
You know? I like that kind of thing, man. I don't like Aliens because it's too sci-fi. But
that's your arch
Jesse
nemesis.
Ventura, fucking sexual Tyrannosaurus Rex, dude. Like, I'm fucking down with that movie.
What do you hate more, sci-fi or fantasy?
Oh, fuck me to tears, dude. That is a tough one. I'm gonna probably say sci-fi because fantasy done right, I love. Like, obviously, like, dude, fucking Army of Darkness, like that's like a fantasy, movie. Fucking, it's got castles and shit. Like, that's fucking.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
I could dig that, but like, any time a fucking horror icon goes to space, I'm like, this movie sucks, and it does suck, dude. Like,
all right,
Jason X or whatever, horrible.
Here's a question: what's like the fucking nerdiest movie besides Harry Potter that you like?
I fuck with some Harry Potter. Oh, dude, that's a fucking tough question, man.
What's the guilty pleasure? Like, there's the one
nerdy movie.
Blow the dust off of it.
I like Forrest Gump. Is that like
that don't count? What the fuck?
I don't know, dude. Like, I can't think of like a nerdy movie that I would fucking.
Well, like
how I watch. Like, what are you over there watching The Notebook or something?
No,
dude? Like,
I'm saying like how I'm watching like the Lord of the Rings extended edition multiple times a month. Like the stupid shit like that. Like,
yeah, dude, I don't nerd out over
right?
stuff like that, dude. Like, that's not. I don't know. I don't have like. I like horror movies.
When you were a kid, like, what toys did you play with? Like, what were like the action figures that you got? Like, obviously wrestlers, but like,
bro. But yeah, I had all the Ninja Turtle stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was, I would watch like fucking Secret of the Ooze right fucking now. Like that movie fucking.
So
ruled.
see, like that might be like your thing. That might
could it be? That might. I'm a big nostalgia movie dude. Like movies that I grew up watching, like Homeward Bound. Like, I'd fuck with some Homeward Bound, dude.
They bring you back.
I'll
They give you
cry a little bit, but I'll fuck with some Homeward Bound.
They give you
dude.
that dopamine rush, right? Of
Yeah. So like, I guess that would be like, those like childhood favorites. I get to dude, like Rookie of the Year. Like, I watch that movie anytime.
That's
the boy
another
Chase is in that movie. It's so fucking good.
So what do you think like a 9-10-year-old Grizz would think about Fatal Deviation?
Oh, I wouldn't even dude, there'd be no way. There'd be absolutely no way I would be able to fucking get down with this. I would have turned it off like after the music started in the beginning. I'd be like, nope. Isn't for me, man.
So like, you had a funny interaction at work with this where people were kind of amazed that it looked like it was shot on a camcorder.
Yeah, like everybody that stopped by, like would walk by my toolbox when I was watching it on lunch would be like, "What the fuck is this?" So like, the one dude like thought it was like an actual fucking like
like a snuff
home
film
video,
yeah, like
or
you
some
beating
shit
somebody's
like
ass back in 1998 like
like the one dude at work was like, "I can't believe you waste your time watching shit like this." And I was like,
kind of
"This is what I do, man.
yeah, what kind of comment is that?
For.
What the fuck is that?
No, he's a ball buster, dude. That's how we roll in the shop. So.
Yeah, so Fatal Deviation is a low budget action. It's not a horror film, so we are deviating from our normal routine.
Shit, look at you.
But we have covered other genres before. We've covered Deadly Prey before and all that shit. This is in the same ballpark as that. You know, dudes doing fucking karate, beating the fuck out of people, getting revenge. But it's like so much more. This is more like At Dawn They Sleep.
Yeah, I guess.
Than Deadly Prey, right? This is
for sure.
This is more of a Jim Van Beber movie than, you know, a Todd Sheets or something like that.
So the whole thing about this, man, a 1998 Irish shot on Super VHS movie on legitimately no budget at all. After like looking into this a little bit, our main guy here, James Bennett, who is going to be the main dude you're going to see throughout this movie. He was like approached by a production company from Hong Kong to like, hey, we want to put you in some like kung fu movies, but we haven't seen you on any films. So this is his audition tape, essentially, that you're watching throughout this whole thing. And this is the best audition tape for a fucking kung fu movie I can possibly imagine.
Dude, first of all, this guy's fucking jacked to the gills.
Oh, dude, like probably like what, a 225, like lean.
He looks like
fucking
a big
ripped
boy.
up.
Yeah, he ain't like you could tell this guy like loves Jean-Claude Van Damme and all that shit. This guy's bigger than Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like this guy looks like he could legitimately fuck you up.
This is the question that I have about that though. Is how tall is this dude? That's the information that I think I need to know. Because if he's like a 5'4", 5'5", ripped up like 198, 200, he's not bigger than Jean-Claude.
5'9" and a quarter.
He's diced for sure. Then, dude,
he's a big dude. That's legit, man. That's legit.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. And he does the Jean-Claude Van Damme shit. We'll see in the clips. Chris, do you want to give a little synopsis of Fatal Deviation? Because the name doesn't really have anything to do with
only a momentary thing.
Yeah.
A man coming back to his hometown, trying to find his past, crossed ways with a local gang, and there's a little bit of a love story in between all that madness. And it's beautiful, man. This movie rules. I guess that's like the biggest takeaway. I was surprised.
Yeah,
I went into this thinking I was going to laugh at this, and I genuinely like this movie. Dude.
Well, when we first we'll scrub through a movie, kind of take a look at what's in it, get an idea before. If we've definitely never seen it, we at least try to make sure that there's shit in the movie to talk about. We try to make sure it looks a little interesting because it is fucking hard to watch. You know, an hour and 20-minute long shot on video film that fucking is just nonsensical, nothing happening or anything.
There's been some ones where I am like, what are we doing with our lives? And this is so much better.
Yeah, and when we were like skimming through this, we were like, well, it looks kind of funny. We got this like fucking Ben Kenobi type dude, you know, hanging out with the martial artist and all that shit. And there, we saw some of the action and the gunshot stuff. We're like, this looks pretty interesting, but we weren't 100% sure what the fuck we were getting into.
This was a gamble. For sure. I only watched a couple of scenes, which were mostly training scenes, which we're going to show you. And just based on those alone, I was like, this will work.
Yeah.
I think this might be something.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad we took the roll of the dice on this one.
Well, that's the whole thing with this. Like, we thought it was just going to be like something funny, like a ridiculous fucking movie, but it's actually awesome. Like, this movie is really impressively good. right? Like far
Or
and
we're
above.
like just really, really dumb. I mean,
That goes
we
without
could be in the minority of that opinion for a reason. But
Yeah,
who knows?
that goes without saying at this point that me and you have some deficiencies or some some deviations.
Deviations ourselves.
Yeah, but I think this movie is legitimately good for a low budget, shot on Super VHS or whatnot. It's a shot on video film. I think it's superior to shit like Deadly Prey. I'm not going to say it's superior to Deadbeat at Dawn, but I feel like this would be a battle that I would love to have seen.
That's what you were saying. That's funny, man.
Yeah, I would love to see fucking Bennett versus what was his name, Goose.
Yeah, and fucking Deadbeat.
Yeah. I want to see that.
That era of
fucking,
Van Bieber for sure would be like a good showdown.
dude, this guy practicing his fucking karate in the jungle / beach in fucking JVB.
In the city, fucking honing his skills,
in the
fucking
cemetery,
bums,
throwing
dude.
the ninja stars. I don't know, man. That movie's awesome. I just want to watch that again. And I was gonna say we gotta watch it again, but
I'll watch it sometime.
Yeah, we gotta see where it is on the episode list. Is it up for reimagining? What do they call that? A requel?
Oh my
Requeling?
God, don't ever use that word around me again.
Come on, man. Come on. It's 2024. Get
I
with
just
it.
don't like. Yeah, get with it, dude.
Fuck with it, man. But let's get into this shit, man. Because there's so much.
We got a lot to
there's-
get into.
Yeah, there's so much funny stuff. There's so many funny clips, just ridiculous things. I don't know if it's like the cultural divide between us being like douchebag New York Americans. I saw a pretty funny thing. It's like how people think people in the U.S. are, and it's like think they're mean but are nice. Like think they're nice but they're mean. The Northeast think they're mean. Are mean. Yeah. But like, there's just a lot of things in this movie that maybe they're normal over there, maybe they're not. Maybe it's I don't know. But let's get into this. So we got our main dude Bennett, right? Bennett is a martial artist that he doesn't really say where he was studying. I'm taking that it's supposed to be like Japan or China or something in the beginning because he's like, I must leave and go home. So
Well, I think it was some kind of like reform like school, it says, or whatever in the actual description. It's like some kind of like
is that what it was?
monastery or something. So like, I don't know, some kind of place where he was honing his skills though. But I don't know. It looked just like a normal fucking house.
Yeah, but there was a lot of pictures of people in like gis and stuff. A lot of martial arts. Yeah, very very popular in the 90s, right? Martial arts. It came back. I myself went to the local PAL karate program for quite some time. I don't remember what belt I got up to, but it didn't matter because I was a kid, so it was fucking useless. I think puberty gave me better preparation for fighting than the years
internal rage.
Yeah, I grew about 3 feet and gained about 150 pounds since those classes. So, but this dude is legit, right? This guy is a legit martial artist. He's ripped. He's jacked. You see him like doing his shit, and he's like, it's not goofy. Right? Like he legitimately looks like he could beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, like I said, dude, he's fucking diced up. And like there's kind of like he gets back to this town and it's his hometown and shit. He's just kind of getting used to things, and like the kind of first interaction we see him having is at this grocery store where like there's these two fucking knuckleheads messing with this little pretty girl, and he's like he ain't fucking having it. This gives you the character right off the bat.
Local
hey, Blondie, how's
goons.
it going?
Quit the messing. I'm only after building that.
Why, what are you going to do about it?
You're going to have to pay for that.
Ooh. Look at this, look, watch. You're very brave to be harassing young women.
Oh, right
in the balls. And he does this, the Jean-Claude Van Damme like kick to the face, but he stops right before. Like that shit looked legit.
He's very in control.
Also, I think I had to watch this scene a couple times to like, what the fuck did they just say to each other?
Yeah, I love the accents in this movie. This shit is the best.
So one of my best friends through school, like when I was younger, both his parents were from Ireland. Like, and they came over like in their 20s. So like they did not grow up in America or anything. So they had the accents like this. And the dad's was far stronger than, what do they call it? A brogue or whatever. Far stronger than the mom. So like we would go, we would go like hang out with the dad and his buddies that were also like from the old country.
God damn.
They would be talking to me. I would have no clue what the fuck they were saying. I had no idea. It was, like, I would just have to, like, nod and be like, yeah. Dude, some of the dialogue in this movie, very hard to understand.
Yeah. I fucking, it had to be, like, my junior year of high school. I dated this girl for, like, a long time that her parents were from England, like, straight from England.
Jolly
they
old
had
London
that, like,
town.
super thick English accent, and I just remember feeling so much pressure to be like
just like listening
like that, and just being like, I have to be like super proper, or like, not that they were like cared probably, but I was just like, this accent makes me feel like I need to be a better person.
I feel fucking inferior right now.
Yeah.
You're from fucking Buffalo, New York. Not even Buffalo. It was.
I was from the sticks, dude.
Yeah. What are they from? Parts unknown, New York, right?
Might as well have been, dude. Jesus Christ.
One thing I gotta say, I grew up in lower New York, downstate New York, and shit. Like northwestern New York and western New York, no fucking idea what's there, where it stops, where it goes, where it comes from. Cotton Eye Joe, I fucking have no idea.
It's a clusterfuck of like a combination of like Canadian and Pennsylvanian culture mushed together.
Yeah, like
and
it's
like met right here in the middle is like
very
Buffalo.
interesting.
Those two things, man. It's strange. Big Tim Hortons place. What up, yo?
I've never been in a real Tim Hortons. Only like the gas station. The fake ass ones. That's you know how like they have that with the Nathans, where it's gas station Nathans, but like you can't find a regular one anymore. It's not the same. Nah, fuck no. But this dude immediately goes back to his hometown or whatnot, and there's like fucking problems, of course, right? As per usual in one of these movies, can't just go home and just relax.
Well, the problem all starts with that scene right there, because little does he know those two goons that he just beat up are part of this local fucking gang.
It's like the Irish mob of some sort.
And like, not to fucking, I'm gonna lay something on you here. It turns out the fucking gang leader, this old man, also happens to be the motherfucker that killed our boy's father.
Yeah.
And like,
Chuck
that's
Norris.
a big part of what's going on here, because like, he's coming back here to figure out his life, and like, he's going through his house and he's finding his dad's fucking box of karate fucking stuff. He's like, oh, the belt and the fucking coat and all that shit, dude. But then you see him warming up. And this is where you really fucking, he's getting fucking loose. He's really starting to fucking show what he's got, dude. And I'm like, dude,
this guy's legit.
This guy's got it, dude. This guy's legit.
Yes.
Not only is he buff, but he's flexible as fuck, dude.
Yeah. His leg is bent like up to the top of the fucking door frame.
Girl from the supermarket too. Trouble.
Look at this guy's jacked.
Here we go.
Yeah, doing the jump,
dude.
Yeah, doing the split across the two chairs and just hanging out comfortably. Look at this guy, dude. This movie is
lean,
just
dude.
Yeah,
ripped up.
He looks like he's like special forces. Or some shit, right?
Irish special forces.
Yeah, he's got that look to him too, like with the pants he's wearing and everything. It's really funny because you see in these movies a lot of times they're trying to like emulate or whatnot some other popular action star, popular horror movie or some shit.
Yeah. It was an influence,
This movie though, this dude is like legit. Like he could legitimately be in fucking Bloodsport or whatnot, right? Like this guy has that.
Yeah, and that's like the one thing. Like I've seen like a bunch of other like low budget action movies, like and I think of shit like fucking from like PM Entertainment, AIP, distribution companies like that put those kind of action movies out. I've seen a bunch of those, and none of the fucking action stars in any of those movies can hold a candle to this dude, like in like legitimate situations. Like this dude has like I believe everything. The dude probably knows karate. That's all I'm gonna fucking say.
This guy came out of the fucking Matrix and said, "I know kung fu." Right? But it's funny because like immediately this gang starts with him, but he like legitimately just kind of mows these dudes like down the whole movie, like zero fucking drama of any sort with him. He's just gonna kill whoever's in front of him.
You guys see these fucking the moves that our boy pulls off. It's incredible, dude. Let's fucking. So basically, all this stuff builds up where like we see this girl that he just so happens that like the fucking one of the head gang dudes is also trying to get with this same girl, so that's gonna be a fucking problem for our boy. And I guess there's also this happens to be monks fucking hanging out in town.
There's like
see him.
There's like a magical Obi-Wan Kenobi type figure that like appears to him and everything. He's basically the one that's supposed to teach him the ways of the water or whatnot. Like, however, he's what's the thing from fucking Kill Bill, Pai Mei or whatever. This is his like Pai Mei. But he's wearing like a fucking Jedi robe, right? Or is it like it's not like it doesn't look like a religious dude to me. It's got the pointed fucking.
It looks like a normal like bread making monk, like the guy you see on that fucking monk bread. Like it looks like that fucking dude that you would like get the fucking bread from. But nonetheless, like the thing that I have an issue with is that I'm supposed to believe that this monk dude that you'll see here eventually is a karate master.
Of course.
This dude looks so out of shape to be a fucking like.
Dude, it's all mental, man.
Dude.
He just needs to guide. He don't need to chop wood at this point. He's already chopped the wood. He's guiding this young dude. I do like when there's a competition, obviously, because it has to be like you have to have some sort of something at stake.
It's a huge Bloodsport ripoff in parts of this. I mean, it really is like pretty. There's a good sequence in this movie.
You'll see a little bit later on. A little bit later on, they end up like in the fuck was the werewolf movie that we watched, the Todd Sheets werewolf movie.
What was it, like Frenzy fucking Moon or some shit like that?
Oh my god! Somebody help me! Somebody help me out here! We've watched too much shit at this point that we cannot even remember. But there is a point where there's like the fight pit. And it reminded me of that shit so much. But, of course, this monk or whatnot comes to our man Bennett and says, like, yo, dude, you got to meet me at this time. We're going to train. I'm going to train your ass. And it really is pretty funny because this dude's, like, playing the bagpipes and shit.
Oh, right? Dude. The bagpipe training sequence is fucking ridiculous. This was probably like my favorite training sequence.
There's multiple training sequences. Like there's not just one. It just there's tons. There's like like a movie has like 4 acts. This movie has like fucking 7. It just kind of keeps going.
It's mostly training sequences.
Yeah, one thing.
I pulled 2 good ones though.
Yeah, well, like one thing gets resolved and then they move on to the next, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot that was a plot point that needs like a whole another half hour to develop and finish. But
dude, check out the fucking bagpipe training. The fog rolls in.
Yeah, this guy legit looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi. The beard, and everything.
Looks like it could be my grandpa.
This guy's running through the woods in the fucking Pryor short shorts.
This is how you train in fucking Ireland, dude.
Kicking the blocks of wood as he's doing the push-ups.
Got it.
Look at this guy. I'm surprised they did not have him like kissing the fucking Blarney Stone at one point. Like this shit is
so cliche.
It's so fucking like over the top. Like literally everything you could think of when it's like at least me, like when it's like when you think of Ireland, like they have old buildings, they have like old houses. They have like
beer. There's a whole bar fucking fight.
Yeah,
scene.
there's like the forest that looks like something like from Leprechaun or whatever. Like it was just too much for me when they busted out the bagpipes and this guy's running through the meadow and everything. I don't know. That's why I was saying I don't know if this is just like a cultural thing where like in America you make a movie and you play fucking Eye of the Tiger or something.
And over there, you just fucking roll with the bagpipe guy. Although, the Training in the Woods fucking clip here that we got, the music in this is what first drew me to the fucking movie. Is I saw a clip of this training montage with this song, and I was like, dude, we got to cover this movie.
Well, you said to me, I think the guy's singing the song himself.
I feel like it is him, dude, honestly.
Feels like this night will never end.
Dude, this shit sounds like... Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
It's that beat.
Him doing like karate over the bonfire. At one point, he comes really close to stepping into it. I don't know if it's in this part right here, but he does like the jumping double kick.
This is happening to you.
Oh, the chorus kicks in.
This is happening to you. I'm loading that clip into the fucking program here that we use, I'm like, this is going to be the one that gets us the copyright strike. This fucking dopey ass song.
That dude Bennett's on it. He's like, don't use my song, bro.
Yeah, fuck you, man. I wrote that. I sang on that myself. Now, there's this whole sequence of him like going through all these fucking, martial arts. Yeah, like all these trials and stuff, right? Not really explained. They just kind of fucking do it. But
at the same time, he's having like these like encounters with all these like gang members from this local Irish gang where they're like, they don't want him to go to this fucking competition because if he wins, then they're going to show what a bunch of pussies this gang is because they beat all their asses. So like for their the pride of the gang, we can't let this dude win. So on top of that, they fucking kidnap.
He steals girl.
Steal his girl, dude. And the way this happens is that they distract him with some dirt bike guys. And while he's taking care of them, some other dirt bike guys roll up on her and kidnap her. But watch him on the dirt bike fucking taking these guys out. This is my favorite part of this entire movie.
You know how like in Teen Wolf they do the van surfing? This dude fucking does it. Yeah, this is wild.
Way more violent.
They're like hanging out of the cars, just fucking shooting the guns. He jumps on the bike as it's going, and he's shooting them with both hands. Shoots the guy right in the chest. Dude, the squibs and shit is insane in this. And how many cars did they crash in this movie too? We're gonna show a car crash later. That's wild. This guy's on like a supermoto, like a DRZ 400 or something.
Still just surfing that bitch, dude. No issue.
Dude, look how many like dirt bikes and shit they have in this movie. Like they went all out.
No budget.
Yeah, nobody seemed to give a shit about their stuff either.
You're like, oh, my car, we could crash that bitch.
Yeah, fuck it. You want to crash my 5-year-old Benz? Sure, why not?
Yeah, dude, hit it up.
But dude, one thing I want to point out is when they steal his girl, they have like the montage, like he's missing his girl, right? But like half the memories are terrible things. It's all under duress. Like nothing is like, it's a fucking horrible thing to think about. Like maybe this relationship is more of like a, like, I don't know, like
curse, dude.
Let me
but his memories are wild too, though, because like he'll like picture them with some horses, but then it's like him whooping somebody's ass like right afterward.
Him committing murder, like unsanctioned killings.
Like these are the fucking memories.
They're like, he's got that.
Listen to this voice coming in too.
This feeling inside.
This is what he's actually hearing in his head. It's like punching the air.
Yo, what is that?
He was being followed by a Mad Max gang in that one. Yeah, what is it?
Shooting people.
Yeah, and he's like thinking like, wow, that's great. Then it goes to them in front of the two horses.
Dude, fucking, living his life again in his head, dude. The good
Sometimes
times.
when they do that close up of him thinking real hard, he looks like Michael Berryman. Like all I can think of is him popping out of a hole in the desert. Him like grabbing a German
Irish
Shepherd.
fucking
Yeah.
Michael O'Berryman, dude. That's him. Look out.
Michael Berryman.
Oh shit.
But if all the memories that you have with your significant other, are you killing people with them or because of them or protecting them? If like most of the memories involve
That's gangster. Dude.
yeah, I don't know what to call that. She might be afraid of you. Maybe she's there out of fear at that point. One thing I want to say though,
dude, she's a down chick. She's a ride or die for this dude.
Dude, the way that this motherfucker just kills people. You ever hear of people talking about like the gray man? Like just like the the Jason Bourne just out in public, like walking.
Yeah.
That's what this dude is. He's literally just mowing people down. Like his
Blanket
body count
killer.
is in the double digits already. He's been home for a
easy.
week. Like the population of this town is cut in half because of this guy.
Okay. I think we need to address the other car crash here, man.
Oh well. Did we? No, we got to talk about the competition first because that's.
Does that happen? Oh yeah, because that's him going after.
That's the other
you're
movie.
Right. Yeah,
that's Fatal Deviation Part 2 that happens
Two,
after
yeah.
he beats the dude's ass. Let's roll a clip of the competition here.
This is the big fucking. He's like gone through the whole deal, and this is the final match. Him versus the Seagal dude. Is that what he's
Seagal.
called?
They call him Seagal. They call him Seagal. So I don't know, but this is
pretty on the nose.
yeah. He's like the Bolo Young guy. Like he's supposed to be the end boss. The monk starts saying Fatal Deviation.
That's the special move, dude.
It's like a combo though. Look, boom, 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 boom. It's like Marvel versus Capcom. Look at this guy. He's
Got
gonna
to end
punch
with
him.
the spin kick, baby. This is the big finish right here.
He looks like Van Damme there.
That movie finishes.
Look at this guy. Mirko Crow Cop kicking your head off.
He does look kind of like Crow.
Dude, what this
fucking
movie is
funny,
missing
dude.
is this
Holy
guy.
shit.
This guy should have literally kicked his head off in that scene. If he would have
Dude.
did that would have been it. That would have been it.
Yeah, fucking count me out, dude. I'm done. That's it. Best
I'd have been
movie
dead.
ever.
DED, dead. So now after this,
That would have been so fucking good if he kicked his head off, dude. God damn it. I wish that happened so bad.
so after this, the guy he has to go hunt down the dudes that took his girl because our monk friend said, "Yo, if you win this competition, they have no power over you anymore. That's it." So he just starts fucking killing again, just rampaging. Before we get into that crash, can we let's show him breaking this dude's neck. The guy is knocked the fuck out. Doesn't need to do this. He is not a cop. He is not a government agent of any sort. This is literally just a guy.
No, like the dude that he breaks this neck for, dude, that's like at the end. The car crash is first.
Is it first?
That's like one of the main dudes that gets his neck broken, bro.
Okay, let's do the car crash then. Let's do the car crash.
Okay.
All right, so let's, Grits, before we roll this, let's give a little backstory to this car crash. Or let's say what's happening in the movie first, and then give me a behind-the-scenes look.
So he just got the fucking done whooping that guy's ass, and he's like, I'm going to the fucking compound, and I'm going to kill every motherfucker there, dude. Like, this is the big, like, I'm going to get my girl, fuck this gang,
Guy's got
shit's about to
bloodlust.
get real.
That's it.
Yeah. And he's going to take this car, and his plan is just to drive it down this fucking road to get to the compound. And this is the first part of what happens.
This guy's casually shooting real guns also. Yeah, so they roll the car on a turn. It looks like there's an embankment that they hit. It looks like it's almost on purpose, like there's a ramp. The car is fucked up. It is destroyed.
Turns out not planned at all, was one of the guys on the movie's mother's car that they were using. And it was like, it just looks so good. They're like, all right, well, we're going to use it in the movie now. I'm glad that they did. I mean, unfortunate for the mother's car. Hopefully the Irish insurance companies are pretty decent over there. But like the fucking outcome of that is probably one of the best CGI explosions. I didn't expect this coming in this movie, dude. A car explosion? This was too much, man.
He's got to get out. The car's already fucked, so they just like kick the fucking door open. Fuck it. Dude, is the car actually on fire right now?
Yeah, the little flashback.
Dude, was that...
The car was definitely on fire. 100%.
Did they just say, fuck it? Like, oh, we crashed the car and it exploded.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're fucked. You just destroyed the car.
Dude, that's why this guy didn't promote the movie at all at the time, because they committed insurance fraud.
Insurance fraud, yeah. They spun that car. Someone stole that car, guys. I don't know what happened to it.
They dumped it in a field. Blew it the fuck up. But he escapes this explosion and he has to go fight like it's like the main dude's son, who's like also an extremely skilled martial artist, right?
Yeah, and this is like the main dude's son here, this little fucking asshole. He's the one that you see like fucking cutting out huge lines of coke throughout the fucking movie and shit, dude.
Yeah.
But he also like, he's been trying to get this girl to like be with him. There's like a scene of like, he's on the phone being like, you gotta move in with me. Like, she's like, bitch, I don't want to move in with you. And fucking, so like, he's the one that kidnaps her basically. And this is how like, this whole thing comes to a head. He's already in the compound. He's got them cornered. And he thinks he's going to get away with his girl, man. But this dude's got other plans. Goes up with the 9.
Christ, you're going to pay for this one. Let her go. Sorry? You heard me. It's me you want. I heard you. Now hear this.
He's beating the fuck out of him.
Yeah. He grabs him.
Yeah, he grabs him and just breaks his fucking neck, but he's got the angriest face on I've ever seen. So let's say,
if you don't watch it, you don't see the video, it just sounds like you're watching like Boondock Saints. It's pretty fucking similar.
So we were asked what the budget of this movie is. It says 8,000 IEP, which Irish pounds, which equals about 10,719 US dollars. So
they say that it was pretty much made for nothing at the time. Like
that 11th hour was the car that they had to fucking replace.
They had to refund.
Yeah, and maybe the front end of that Benz from the beginning that crashes into the dirt.
Body shop.
Now they think that this is the end, right? Bad guy's dead. Whatever. They're kissing on a fucking nice Sunday.
Oh man, yeah.
Nice Sunday picnic when
they forgot about the old man though.
They forgot about
the gang.
They forgot about the nicest, the nicest gangster I've ever seen in my life. The most polite.
You think so?
The most polite mob boss I've ever fucking seen. Yeah,
he's kind of a snake though, dude. He's got times where he's laying some nasty lines down, talking about fucking his evil plans and shit. He's not that. I mean, he is. I think it's the accent that makes him sound very jolly and nice. Not to mention, he's the motherfucking father of the dude that he just broke the neck of.
Well, speaking about plans, he announces his front and center here, but the dialogue in this interaction.
Oh my god!
Shit, I'm gonna get a back tattoo of this.
You killed my son. Now I am going to kill you, just as I killed your father.
Ooh, he gets the gun from him.
You killed my father. Now I'm going to kill you, just like I killed your son.
Oh shit, what a lie, dude. Blast him in the face.
Blooded. This guy's a cold-blooded fucking killer.
Right in front of his girl, and she's just like, good
job,
don't care.
Babe. She's into it. She's fucking into it. Wild.
She's down, dude.
Dude, that he literally just fucking shoots up this old defenseless man. He's like, fuck it. I'm gonna end this. And,
I mean, the dude was gonna shoot him. I mean,
No, I
would have
agree.
said, you knock his ass down,
He killed
maybe
his father.
knock him out.
He killed
Maybe
his
don't
father
shoot him point blank in the face.
with a shotgun.
There's nothing left of that dude if you fucking think about it.
Dude, that guy probably looked like one of those balloons filled with the confetti. Like that thing probably, all the dust probably just fucking poof, like a rosin bag.
Spilled bowl of hamburger helper, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it's probably like when the pitcher throws the bag on the ground. Shit. But that was Fatal Deviation, probably one of the best films I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
Dude, oh my God, it was amazing.
I just can't believe we've never seen this. I've never heard of anybody, talking about it. But once we like kind of did some, research into it, apparently it's a known one, right? Just
Voted the worst movie ever made, I guess, from Cracked.com in like 2010. So ever since then, it's been like labeled that in every review that everyone's ever done. It's
awesome.
like, the fucking worst movie ever made.
I've never seen April
You're
Fool's Day.
ridiculous. Yeah, that movie's way fucking worse.
It's like Crack.com supposed to be like the same as the magazine. Remember, like there was like Mad Magazine that Cracked, like the
Crack was
alternative.
never as good, right?
No,
It was such a ripoff, man.
yeah, it wasn't
Mad
as
was
good.
the shit.
Is that like it's the same thing though, right? It's like the same.
It was like a similar
Well, I'm
premise.
saying Cracked and Crack.com were like the same company.
I think so.
All right, assholes. This movie rules. I don't care what anybody
Fuck
says.
them. And their rip-off Mad Magazine bullshit.
Yeah, fucking.
There's no spy versus spy. I don't want anything to fucking do with it, dude.
Yeah, you can't beat Alfred E. Newman. You kidding me? According to IMDb, this has become a cult classic in Ireland.
I hope so.
And
I
Ireland's
cherish it.
first martial arts film.
Yeah.
But I can't
Breaking
believe
ground,
it.
dude.
Yeah, this guy is.
Good for Bennett.
Yeah, this guy's fucking the man. Grizz, what are your final thoughts on Fatal Deviation?
Dude, I don't know how you feel, dude, but I feel like this might be a Hall of Famer. Like, this is
I
the first
agree.
action movie Hall of Famer, for sure.
I fucking 1000% agree. I think everybody has to go out and watch this movie. I have no idea about the official releases of this one. It looks like there was a DVD at least.
There's a VHS release. I know that.
There is?
was an official VHS release, yeah.
PAL, I'm guessing PAL.
Yeah, I assume it would be, released in Ireland.
Let's say Fatal Deviation
Buy the only
VHS.
copy out there right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. This looks like a re-release. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little research on this one. I've never seen the tape, so who the fuck
Wikipedia
knows?
just mentioned a video release of it, so I assume there has to be at least even if it was a small one. There's got to be kind of like those Wim Vink fucking releases from Denmark or whatever.
Yeah, I gotta do a little looking into this because this is one that I wouldn't mind owning. These are like the
Be
movies
awesome
that
to
aren't.
own, dude.
Well, like these are the movies that generally aren't like worth a lot of money. Like monetarily, you could get them pretty cheap. They're usually like shitty PAL tapes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just fun to have. You know what I mean? Like it's a good time. But that was Fatal Deviation from 1998, quite possibly the best action film of all time. Highly recommended.
Oh, absolutely.
Grizz, next week we decided we're going to do the sequel of a movie that we both enjoy. I actually enjoy the sequel also. I think it's it's not as good as the first, but it is.
It's a harder thing to follow up, dude.
Yeah, but it's adequate. This is a fun one, and that's going to be Demons 2 from 1986. And that you can watch live our normal time. This week we're doing it a little bit differently. We pushed it back a day, but next
It was
week
our boy's birthday yesterday. That's fucking why,
old man now. But next week we will be back Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@badtastevideopodcast. Like I said, Demons 2. Give it a watch. Come hang out. Come join the fun. Grizz, it's time we head over to the wide world of metal. And it seems like we're stepping back into the high school world of Mike's musical interests.
I thought you know what? I thought you might get into this
This
week.
is like every band that I ever hung out with when I was in high school. Like this is what every band sounded like, but it was the early 2000s. Grizz, what do we got this week?
I love the name of this band. The name of the band is Cold Case. Great fucking name for crossover thrash band. This is kind of like, I don't know, man. I've never like, I think we talked about it a lot before. I've never was a big like, that like Long Island, New York, New England hardcore kind of thing. I never really got too much into it.
It's like
the older that I am now, like I really do enjoy more of the thrash crossover style of hardcore.
It's a weird thing. At least like from the time and area that I was like playing in these bands and going to see these bands and everything, the hardcore from like the Northeast was very like death metal / hip hop influenced.
Very,
you know what I mean? Like it was very,
I agree. Yeah.
Like urban
basketball
influenced.
shorts.
Yeah. Like even like all those death metal bands and stuff, like it was all just one community. It was really kind of interesting. I guess because there weren't, at least when I was playing at that time, like weren't a lot of like hip hop shows. You know what I mean? Like, so like you would play a show and there would be like a hip hop artist like on the show.
No shit.
But it would be like relevant, his subject matter and everything would be relevant to the shit you were doing. But like once in a while you'd have a dude that was like rapping over beats and stuff. And it's like, hey man,
that's cool
you got to do what you got to do. I knew a ton of dudes that did that shit and like takes balls at that. Like it is hard to play in a band live. It is really hard to rap live at that level. It's brutal.
You have to be really good. Because if you're not like, it's so easy. Like you could play guitar in a band and miss a note and maybe only a couple guitar players in the crowd will be like, something sounded a little off.
Nobody gives a shit. Yeah.
But everybody else is like, this is fucking great. Like it's not gonna. You're on stage rapping by yourself. If your like flow's not correct or like you fucking flub your words, dude, it's over. Like you're joked out of the fucking room.
Yeah, and this was pre-YouTube, so you had no choice. You had to go out there. Yeah. You had to actually leave your fucking basement. You know what I mean?
No
like you had, there was nothing. You had to go out and do it. You had to, well, I mean, there was MySpace, but I feel like, it wasn't as, I'm not going to say it's easy, but like it was a little bit more difficult to get your shit.
Promotion's way easier now, dude, compared to MySpace days. For sure.
Exactly.
100%.
But let's roll through some of these. Grizz, where do you want to start?
Yeah, Cold Case. The album's name is Twist of the Knife. So let's start with the title track of the album, Twist of the fucking Knife.
When your head hits the pavement, you're left for dead.
Shit's tough.
You call this thing shit.
I could probably write like 10 albums of this.
Oh, I'd do that all day. I like this fucking rhythm they get into here. It's nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
I love this shit. I love that. Dude, let's go back to our listeners. Go back to where I was doing the fucking meat grinder stuff, and you'll hear a lot of those riffs. That's
those heavy, like those good groovy chug patterns are fucking awesome.
Yeah, and that's where it came from, listening to all those fucking beat down hardcore bands and stuff.
Okay. I think that's the word I was looking for. This like has that beat down thing going on where it's like beat down, but with more of like a thrash element to it than just like straight beat down stuff from like East Coast beat down. Because like I can't get like I've never been into like Hatebreed and that kind of like
mosh
kind of
riff
stuff
after mosh riff.
Yeah, like what was the other one? There's some other fucking, I don't know, Madball, all that kind of stuff. Just not really, never really fit with me. But this is more of that like thrashy. Obviously, I love that two-step fucking thing that these bands do. That just fucking gets me pumped. Makes me want to fucking, move my non-headed or haired head around, even though I used to be able to headbang. But man, like this shit's fucking good, dude. Let's go to the next one here. Let's do Chase My Tail. That's a fucking cool track.
This is the one I liked. I love it. It's like this. They do like the blood for blood thing.
They're doing the fucking gym. This shit's fresh. I'm telling you right now, this shit's fucking goes hard in the gym.
See now, it's funny. Like, I see these bands now, like the young, like I guess I could say this now that I'm like older or whatever. But
These young guns.
yeah, well, like these bands playing this music that are like in their early 20s now and all that shit, and like they look like kids. You know what I mean? Like they look super young. And then I'm like, maybe I just like had a different, point of view because I was young. And like these dudes just look scary and all that shit. Like the dudes from Cold as Life and all that stuff and Blood for Blood. Then I look at pictures of them and I'm like, no, these guys legitimately looked fucking scary.
Different time, dude.
Yeah, these dudes are straight killers. It's a different time. That's for damn sure.
I love this stuff, man. This is that Dallas, Fort Worth fucking, hardcore scene.
Yeah, they like
This
really
is where like
I feel like that area like blew up with hardcore, like in the
Power Trip just kind of like made it a fucking thing, man. And like, now those guys doing Fugitive. I know Power Trip is back in some, sense of the term of the band.
It's like the whole band except the singer, right? Like they
which
just have
I know there's a bunch of like fucking controversy over that. I'm not getting into any of that, but like, I love Fugitive and what they're doing, what Ibanez is doing with that band now and shit like that. But like that whole like Dallas Fort Worth DFW. That's the dude's name.
I thought you meant the guitar. I thought you meant like they were doing something with them.
The dude that plays guitar in both Power Trip and Fugitive his name is Ibanez.
Oh my god!
Fucking, I hope
like Gibson.
he has to be like.
What the hell is
playing?
Well, speaking of fucking Fatal Deviation and Jean-Claude Van Damme, what the hell is the name from Cyborg? Gibson Rickenbacker?
Yo, that all those names, dude, are so fucking funny in that movie.
Yo,
He like pointed that out to us this week. They're all like, Fender Tremolo was one of the fucking
go look at the IMDb of the Jean-Claude Van Damme Cyborg movie. Look at the names of all the characters. It's all like, one is like Korg something or some shit, right? Like,
you'll fucking laugh your ass off at the name of that
something.
fucking shit.
Like all sorts of stuff. Korg pick.
So good, dude.
That shit's funny as hell. But what do we got? One more. Watch You Die. Now that's how you name that's how you name a fucking song.
Run your fucking mouth at the end of the day. All you care about is clown people knowing your name. Watch you die, bitch.
Sounds like me in the
Ignorant
car on the way home from work. Dude, I feel like I have a crate of like CDs and records that every fucking logo is in like graffiti.
Like that.
Yeah. I feel like I just have a fucking, that's like every single fucking thing I had that from
I have like a crate
2000
of that
to
same stuff, but it's all just like grindcore bands.
ineligible fucking things.
Names, yeah, dude. I'm like, what the fuck was this again, dude? God damn.
Yeah, you gotta look at it. You gotta scan the fucking barcode on the back. Oh yeah.
I never even thought about doing that, dude. Holy, that's a great idea, dude.
Yeah,
What
scan the
fuck?
barcode, man. You got that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I really still like this stuff. I feel like that's like a genre of music that I never really grew out of. It's still fun to me.
Man.
It's like Kelly, we like death metal that has like a groove to it, and I feel like most beatdown bands have that. Even the newer ones, like I feel like that's a necessity of beatdown is to have it's all groove parts pretty much.
That's what draws me to it for sure. I love, like you just said, groove driven death metal, hook driven death metal,
like slam. When it's the same shit. It's literally it's slam but hardcore. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
it
no
can even be technical
picking.
as long as it's got a groove, man. As long as it fucking feels right, then like I'm in. But like there is something about this beatdown stuff, especially like the 2-step beatdown, like it just fucking gets into the pocket, it just makes you fucking feel good, man. It's a good fucking metal genre, man. I'm growing into it. It's funny because you were like, growing older with it, and I'm just like discovering a new love for it. So it's fun for me.
Well, that's one of those things that happens. Like you go back and you look.
I reevaluate my musical taste all the time, dude. You have to.
It all depends. You might have listened to a band or saw a movie when you were going through a shit time in your life, so you just associate that movie, that band, with a shit time. Where really, like, if you were, you were just in a bad mood that day or whatever, and nothing you listened to or watched was going to be good. Sometimes you got to go back and you got to give them another shot, or you listen to the wrong album. You know what I mean? Like maybe that second album sucked and the third one was good. You just missed it.
we kind of touched on this earlier. What's your guilty pleasure music genre that people would be surprised that you like are a big fan of?
Oh, I guess like jam band shit now, right?
I mean, if that's what I mean. I just know as of recently, that's been
I've been
a lot of
big
Grateful
on,
Dead talk coming out of you recently.
I've been playing a lot of Grateful Dead shit lately, but I don't know. I guess like country, not really country because it's just all the stupid shit. I don't know. I don't really have like a guilty pleasure thing. Like I pretty much listen. I'm pretty straightforward with like my musical interests. That like I pretty much listen to a little bit of everything. I don't know if that's because I play guitar. So like it's something where like I don't just play one genre of music. Like generally when I'm sitting here playing, I'm playing like country songs, like Jerry Reed shit and all that sort of like, you know, older style, chicken picking, fucking hybrid picking and all that stuff because I feel like it makes me a better like overall player. So I don't know. I listen to a lot of weird shit. Rick Derringer.
There we go. I like that. That's a good pull.
Yeah. Stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty upfront. People know that I like dumb shit. I like dumb music. We know what's yours, Molly Hatchet or whatever. Who's the fucking?
I like some Molly Hatchet.
Who's the one that you fucking? Is it Molly Hatchet? Yeah. Where I was like, really?
I don't know, man. Like, there's okay. So like the first genre of music I ever obsessed about when I was fucking younger was like reggae. Like I went to fucking Jamaica when I was younger. I fell in love with fucking reggae and shit, dude. Like I'd go to fucking school with like these Bob Marley shirts on with like fucking huge pop plants on them and shit. Yeah. And they'd always make me fucking take my shirts off or like turn them inside out and shit. You know, I was just that fucking huge fucking hemp wearing hippie kid in school fucking. And like to this day, man, I fucking love reggae, dude. I follow like I'm up to date on like all new reggae releases and shit like that. Like I can name a bunch of fucking dope ass reggae bands of like current times and shit.
So
like, I love that shit, dude.
So when you were in like your hippie dread days, were you more like a reggae guy or were you like a jam band fucking going to that sort of stuff?
All right, so I was a fucking Disco Biscuit guy.
Okay.
So Disco Biscuits, if you don't know, are a Philadelphia based jam band, but it's like electronica jam band.
It's like more modern than like something like Fish or Grateful Dead. Like,
and their whole thing is like, you know, come to our shows and we're gonna, you know, everyone's gonna do ketamine and watch these lasers and like that's the whole fucking the vibe of the Disco Biscuits. Yeah. And it's cool as fuck, man. It's a great time, but it's also like it's a grind, man. Being a disc, because like you go everywhere. Like they kind of have a following, like the Dead do, where like we were, you know, show to show. You're kind of going and going and going.
Damn,
the rough life.
What's your like the most like consecutive days you've gone like followed?
Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe like a week or so. I never did like anything like
you didn't leave home for fucking 6 months.
No, not unless I was like traveling or some shit like that.
Yeah,
you know? But like, you know, we would travel out of town to see like shows all the time and shit. But if it was like an East Coast fucking like run or some shit like that, you gotta do the run. You know, you gotta see the fucking band when they're
That's
around.
So funny.
So
did they have like a shakedown street type thing like that? Where
every fucking band's got a shakedown. Every jam band got a shakedown street, dude. For sure.
Like they, because like I've never seen a jam band live.
So like the big thing too, I mean, especially when you go into like Biscuit shows or you're going to like, you know, any kind of like there's like bands now that are start killing it still, like Papadosio and Jamkata and shit like that. Those dudes are probably fucking still crushing. Iodo and fucking, you know, stuff like that. But even like, and every time you go there, man, especially if you're out here on the East Coast, you got to deal with the fucking the Nitrous Mafia, man. Like it's a real fucking thing. These dudes roll hard. They fucking roll up with tanks. They're in the parking lot selling balloons and like.
Just so people know,
don't
like,
fuck with those dudes, man. I'm telling you right now. Like, it's legit.
Shakedown Street is like the Grateful Dead. Like where you go buy shit. Like you'd go buy merch. You go buy fucking drugs. You buy, you know.
That's what you want. It's not fucking Shakedown, man.
Yeah. So I didn't know if that's like every band has that, like, or just the bigger ones, or.
I mean, a lot of these things happen at festivals, and festivals are an all-out shakedown street. Everything is shakedown. It's just it's a fucking free for all. I lived that way for a long time, doing festivals, fucking doing like tons of festivals a summer, like not just one big one, but like we're gonna crush like fucking 5 or 6 festivals if we can this year, and just fucking
Damn.
Get
Different.
spun out of my goddamn gourd, dude. What the hell was wrong with me?
That Grizz is still in another dimension trying to get back. Clawing its way out of the fucking nether realm.
Great times though, dude. I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But, Disco Biscuits. Now I try to listen to it, and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking, dude? Like,
you didn't have like 9 months of acid in you, like just like building up.
That was probably the residual buildup kept me enjoying it.
But Grizz, where could they find this album?
You can find this on Bandcamp. They're on Instagram at Cold Case TX on Instagram. So definitely hit over there. Let's like bump these guys' numbers up. They're like, it's an upcoming band. This band is not really like established yet. They're still kind of in their, their infancy or whatever. So let's like show these guys some love, man, because this band fucking rules. I love the DFW fucking hardcore scene. They're just like really pushing this like cool crossover thing right now. Not just to mention like all the bands coming out of Texas are fucking amazing. Frozen Soul is probably one of the best new death metal bands. It's just like Icy Bolt Thrower, which is a lot of fun, man. But yeah, definitely get on these guys' Bandcamp, and you can find them on Spotify, YouTube, all the random places you listen to music. So.
There it is. So Grizz, I think that just about wraps it up for this week. Where could they find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at Kane_enabler.
And you can find me at Bad Taste Video. And you can find everything we do at www.badtastevideo.com. You could come see us do this live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@badtastevideopodcast. You can always watch previous live streams on there also. But we do release this in podcast form every Thursday if you wish to just listen to it. But, it's kind of more fun when you get to see the clips instead of just hearing them, right?
Oh yeah.
Some of this shit is just not, the audio doesn't do it justice. But I want to thank everybody for coming in the chat. I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for listening, and we will see you next week with Demons 2.